In this video, I'm going to teach you the 5-step way to define your point of difference so you can stand out from the crowd and attract much better quality clients. Hi, I'm Andy. Welcome to my channel where I help you to sell more and communicate better through copywriting and communication. So your point of difference, it's a really interesting topic, and I find that a lot of business owners struggle with this. If you're ever going to start marketing, or you really want to position yourself as an authority, or indeed just position yourself different to your competitors, you really need to understand what your true point of difference is. So the way I like to do this is really to go through this 5-step process that I'll show you in a second. And what I suggest you do is you set aside at least a session, or maybe you interview your clients with these sorts of questions to get a bit of a balance of what your point of difference is. I like to, if you can get someone, maybe an external party or someone like that, someone in your team that doesn't directly deal with the clients, ask them some of these sorts of questions, like what do you think, what do you struggle with, or what are your challenges, or what were your challenges before you came and saw us? And that way you're going to get a sense of what the value of your services are. So let's get into it. The first way to, when we're defining our point of difference, you want to understand what are the tasks that they need to do that are painful. So what are the things that they find painful or annoying or they struggle with? What are those sorts of things? Put yourself in their shoes. Now, I like to choose a particular client. So maybe you want to choose your dream client, or you've got a client at the moment and you love working with them. It could be, and just call them a name. Call them the actual name of the person that you're working with, and print out their photo and have it here in your thinking and in your vision when you're doing this exercise, because that way you're actually talking to a real person, and all the stuff that you'll be creating is all for that particular person. So what are all the things that they find painful? So there might be some different challenges on a day-to-day basis that they find really that they struggle with. Maybe if they're a CEO, for example, it's the day-to-day stuff. It's getting stuck in the detail. It's putting out fires, all those sorts of things, metaphorical fires, by the way. And if your job is, for example, I don't know, maybe you're a sales coach or you're a business coach, the things that you help them with and that they find painful might sort of match, which we'll talk about in a second. So list down all the things that they struggle with. So once you've got a good list here, and spend a good amount of time, ask your team, ask the clients themselves, what do they find painful? Think about what are their fears. So what are the things that keeps them up at night? For example, if they're a business owner, is it going out of business? Is it being able to send their kids to a good school, and therefore their sales and their marketing is lagging? So what are the things that keep them up at night? And this is where you want to really brainstorm and think about those sorts of pain points which tie into it. And the final thing around this pain point idea is I want you to list down all their hopes and dreams. What do they ideally want to achieve? I always love this idea of asking someone, so what would an absolute stunning outcome look like? What does that look like for you? So think about this ideal client, what their ideal hopes are. Is it to retire in 5 years? Is it to sell a business and buy another one? Is it to increase the status of what they're doing, so therefore they get to have a better work-life balance and maybe only do speaking gigs? What is it? What are the things that they would love to do? So you've got a good mixture of their pain points, hopes and dreams, and also the things that they fear. The next part of the equation is I want you to list down all the different products and services that you have. What are they? All the stuff that you sell, list those down. They might not only be one product, they might be several. List them all down, because we'll get to this in a second. List down all the things that you have. Okay, the third part now is we want to write down all the benefits that addresses these particular pain points. What are the benefits of your products and services? List those down. Now, the difference between a feature and a benefit, a feature is basically the technical side of that product. So for example, if it's a mattress, the feature would be that it has a particular type of foam. The benefit, that's what the outcome is if you use that product. So the benefit of a mattress might be you get a much better sleep quality, which therefore means that you wake up feeling refreshed and you perform better at work. There's some great benefits. What are the benefits of your products and services? What things if someone used your product, what are the outcomes that they'll get from it? So if we talk about, for example, marketing, if you use a marketer, then the benefits that you're going to get, it generates more sales. That means that you can devote more time in front of clients, which means you get to grow your business, which means maybe you get to sell it in a few years earlier than you would have hoped. So write down all the benefits. So you've done that, and now I want you to think about how your products and services can address those pain points. So we call it like, what's the pain relief that you offer? So you're like a doctor at the moment. Again, if you can sort of match up what those what the benefits are of your products and services, and now you're starting to get a bit of a side-by-side list of all the different pain points and how you really can help, and how your products and services can alleviate some of that pain. So think about all of that. So now the last part of this piece is to go through and create your value proposition statement or your point of difference statement. And there's a bit of a formula to do this, but essentially if you've done that work up front, you've got a really good understanding of the pain points that your ideal client has, their hopes and dreams, how you can solve those problems and help them achieve those dreams. Now it's time to write the statement. So the way I like to do it is you sort of break it up in the way of chunk it up. So ideally you put your services and then helps, and then you write the niche, business coaches, CEOs of X type of firm, and then you write what they want to achieve. So what's their hopes and dreams? Maybe it's to get more time back. Maybe it's to raise their brand, raise their authority, generate more sales, whatever it is. What's the thing that ideally they want to do? And this is where we talk about the benefits of your services and how they relate back to the customer. So, for example, Conqurve helps business coaches, to do what? To raise their authority for the services they offer, because it's all about being seen as an authority as a business coach. So that's the key impact that we want to have on the business coach. And then how? Then you write the how. So how do you take away that pain? Maybe it's by the fact that you've got a bunch of different experts in one spot. They have to deal with one person. So for Conqurve, it's to reduce the frustration for searching for all these different marketing experts, because we've got them in the one spot for them. That's a massive time saver for them, so they can spend on other things. So that's my little spiel at the top. So your company, what niche you help, what's the main thing that they want to achieve, and how do you do it for them? That's your sort of first half. And therefore you want to expand on this. Then it's about by how do you enable them to do even better with that particular outcome. So I like to sort of talk about if that's what the hopes and dreams are, then our services continue that journey with them by enabling them to do what? Is it reduce the time that they spend on those sorts of things? Is it by giving them more opportunity to be in front of clients because the marketing's taken care of? What's the thing that they struggle with and that they want to overcome? So essentially, if you can pack away those particular pain points, appeal to the hopes and dreams, and then give them a clear understanding about how you help them, that's your value proposition, that's your point of difference, and you can use that across all your methods and mediums. And just to reiterate, this is not something that you do in an hour. I want you to talk at least to your team members, get them to do a brainstorming session. We did it ours in a couple of hours together as a group. I also asked a business coach to help me go through this. So do the same. Ask a mentor and brainstorm. Ask a group of clients, maybe your top 5, top 10 in that sort of area. Get some market research happening, so it's not just what you think that your point of difference is, but crucially it's the clients and what they're actually doing. If not, you can also do market research. You can go to things like Quora, you can go to Reddit, you can type in Google and see what comes up with your services. Go to forums, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, hashtags, look at conversations that people are having. So there's a lot of different ways you can see what are the frustrations with that particular product and service. Once you've done that, create your point of difference and then test it out. When new clients or prospects come to you, say that, look, this is what we do. How are you different? So you can talk about, for this niche, for business coaches, we help position them as an authority for the services they offer by reducing for the frustration for all the searching for all the marketing services that they might need by offering it in one spot, therefore enabling them to grow and generate more income through better client retention. there's an example of how Conqurve might tackle the business coach from a point of difference point of view. So I hope this helps. I will put the document in the link. You can download it. And thanks again for watching. Please consider subscribing if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.